The whole world hates Amber Heard, and albeit we're still not big fans of burning witches, we must convene that she provided lots of reasons to dislike her. What's potentially more surprising though is Johnny Depp public perception. It feels like to a lot of people Johnny Depp has become the incarnation of goodness. In part, we can see why. People tend to go for dichotomies, so if there is a witch, there must be a victim of witchcraft. The narrative also makes for more clickbait titles. Witch and good victim that needs to be rescued sells far better than a toxic relationship with two toxic partners, one of them less toxic than the other. The other reason why people love Johnny Depp is frankly because Johnny Depp is lovable. He is charming and charismatic, he talks and moves low and high power, he's got the perfect facial expression and had plenty of great comebacks that he delivered with the perfect voice. People are simply wired to be attracted by a high power man like Johnny Depp. However, what we want to focus on here is on the mistakes of Amber Heard's lawyers. Amber Heard's lawyers failed more than once to bring the fight to Johnny Depp and missed several opportunities to sway the public opinion. We will pick one single very telling example here. Johnny Depp angry, aggressive and nasty text messages. Listen to this video.
Mr. Depp, on February 22nd, 2017, you texted Mr. Deuters, right, exactly. Molly's pussy is rightfully mine. Should I not just bust in and remove its hinges tonight? Did I read that right?
You read it right.
And the one beneath that, you say, I want to change her understanding of what it is like to be thrashed about like a pleading mackerel. And then in all caps you write, I need, I want, I take. Did I read that right?
You read it right, but I did not write that.
Okay.
Incredibly, the lawyer accepts Johnny Depp's answers and moves on. Even worse, little later he lends credibility to Depp's denial and harms his own client. Listen up.
And you asked Mr. Deuters, same person, you can take this down, Michelle, please, thank you. Same person that you texted in that last exhibit, you asked Mr. Deuters to communicate with her on your behalf, correct? It wasn't uncommon for Mr. Deuters to communicate with Ms. Heard on your behalf, correct?
Objection calls for speculation.
Right, and it wasn't uncommon for you to ask Mr. Deuters to communicate with Ms. Heard on your behalf, correct?
It wasn't uncommon for any of them to communicate with Ms. Heard on my behalf.
When the lawyers asked Johnny Depp about the times he passed his phone around, what is he doing there? He is indirectly confirming Depp's narrative. He confirms that indeed Johnny Depp used to pass his phone around, and he frames Amber Heard, his client, as an impossible woman that was exasperating Johnny Depp. Of course, we don't know whether Depp wrote or didn't write his most damning texts, but it certainly is a very convenient narrative for Depp, and it's a losing one for Amber, and that's what the lawyers had to drive home, asking questions such as, that's a rather uncommon behavior to give such a personal item as your phone to your friends, isn't it, Mr. Depp? Or, would you agree that most people do not pass their phones around, Mr. Depp? Of course, Johnny Depp will not answer yes, but everybody listening could not agree that Depp's behavior seems a strange one. It seems a strange one because nobody does it. That's what the lawyers had to drive home. Or they could ask, isn't it a coincidence that these famous friends of yours text in the exact same way that you text, Mr. Depp? Of course, Johnny Depp will not agree, but again, people will be forced by that question to realize that yes, the text is written in the same way. So if they're written in the same way, what does that mean? It probably means that Depp sent them. Another good strategy would have been to read all the good text that Depp sent and then ask him, did you send this? Yes. Did you send this? Yes. Did you send this one? Yes. Then the lawyers could have read again the nasty text and ask him, but you didn't send this one, you say. How convenient that you sent all the good texts, but you didn't send the nasty ones. Isn't that convenient, Mr. Depp? Again, Depp will not answer, yeah, it's convenient, but everybody will be forced to realize that indeed it will be very convenient for Depp to take ownership of the good texts and repudiate the really nasty ones. That's how Amber's lawyer could have started undercutting the prevailing narrative of bad witch, poor innocent victim. It would have been great for her client as well, because as the poor innocent victim start looking less and less poor and innocent, then the bad witch is also not so bad anymore. Just to be sure, this is not to justify Amber Heard's own behavior, some of which does indeed appear repugnant. We're not so much about taking sides here as we are about discussing strategies. And if you want to learn more about manipulation, persuasion, and strategies for self-defense and life success, then there is no better place in the market than Power University. Give it a try. There is a 30 days money-back guarantee. Cheers, guys. Big hug from me. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.